In the summer of 1994, the world watched in shock as one of America's most beloved sports icons, O.J. Simpson, stood accused of a brutal double murder. It was a case that would captivate the nation, drawing millions into the courtroom and forever changing the face of American media. This is the story of the O.J. Simpson trial murder fame and the case of the century O.J. Simpson, once a star running back for the Buffalo Bills and a Hall of Famer, had transcended the world of sports. He was a beloved figure in America, famous not only for his athletic achievements, but also for his appearances in movies and commercials. Known as the Juice, Simpson seemed to have it all: wealth, fame, and adoration. But on June 12, 1994, the bodies of O.J.'s ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman, were found brutally murdered outside Nicole's Brentwood home. Nicole had been stabbed multiple times, and Ron had been viciously attacked as well. It was a crime so violent, so personal, that investigators quickly honed in on one suspect, O.J. Simpson. What followed was a media spectacle unlike anything the world had ever seen. After failing to turn himself in, Simpson became the subject of a nationally televised police chase in a white Ford Bronco. With helicopters overhead and millions watching live, Simpson was finally arrested, leaving the public stunned. The trial that began in 1995 was dubbed the Trial of the Century. O.J. Simpson was charged with 2 counts of murder, and the case quickly became a battleground for larger issues: race, celebrity, and justice in America. Simpson pleaded not guilty, and his legal team, known as the Dream Team, included some of the best defense attorneys in the country: Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, and a young Robert Kardashian. The prosecution, led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden, presented what they believed to be a mountain of evidence. Simpson's blood was found at the crime scene, and Nicole's blood was found in his car. A bloody glove, allegedly worn by the killer, was found near Simpson's home. It seemed like an open and shut case. But in a dramatic moment during the trial, Simpson tried on the glove. It appeared too tight, leading to one of the most famous lines in legal history, uttered by Johnny Cochran: "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." The trial wasn't just about the evidence, it was about race, class, and celebrity. Simpson, an African-American man, was defended by lawyers who argued that the Los Angeles Police Department had framed him, planting evidence because of racial bias. For millions of Black Americans, the trial became a symbol of the struggle against systemic racism. On October 3, 1995, after nearly 9 months of testimony and 133 days in court, the jury delivered its verdict. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of both murders. The decision shocked the nation, dividing public opinion. For many, Simpson's acquittal was a victory against a racially biased system. For others, it was a devastating miscarriage of justice. But the legal battles didn't end there. In 1997, Simpson faced a civil trial, where the burden of proof was lower than in the criminal case. The jury in the civil case found him liable for the wrongful deaths of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, awarding their families $33.5 million in damages. In the years since the trial, Simpson has continued to make headlines. In 2007, he was convicted of armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas, serving 9 years in prison before being released on parole in 2017. Though he maintains his innocence regarding the murders, the case remains one of the most controversial in American legal history. The O.J. Simpson trial was more than just a legal proceeding. It was a cultural flashpoint that exposed deep divisions in American society. Over 2 decades later, it remains a defining moment in the intersection of race, fame, and the justice system. This is the story of O.J. Simpson, the man at the center of the trial of the century.